Listen to me right now, because this is not just about living longer, it's about living better. Imagine waking up every single day with energy pouring out of your body, with focus so sharp it feels like you could cut glass with it, with vitality that makes people stop and say, "What the hell is this guy doing? What is this woman eating?" Listen, you can have all the money in the world, you can have all the fame, all the recognition, all the success, but if you don't have energy, if you don't have vitality, if you don't have that raw force flowing through your body every single morning, then none of it matters. Energy is the ultimate currency of life. Without it, you are bankrupt. With it, you are unstoppable. Think about it. You don't just want to drag yourself out of bed, barely making it to the shower, barely making it to work, barely making it through the day. You want to wake up fired up, alive, hungry for life, ready to attack the day like it owes you something. That is what energy gives you. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear: your energy is not random. It's not luck. It's not age. It's a choice. It's built by the way you move, the way you think, and most importantly, the way you eat. When a Nobel Prize winning doctor tells you that there are foods you can eat every single day that will literally flood your body with vitality, that's not hype. That's science. That's truth. That's your roadmap. Because every bite of food you take is either a deposit or withdrawal in the energy bank of your life. Every single one. And here's what most people do: they eat garbage that robs them. They stuff their bodies with sugar, processed junk, fried trash that numbs their cells, slows their brain, weakens their heart. And then they wonder why they're tired, why they can't focus, why they're aging faster than they should. It's not a mystery. It's biology. But when you flip that switch, when you start putting in the foods that science shows literally supercharge your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, you don't just feel better, you become a different person. You go from dragging your body through the day to carrying yourself with fire. You go from foggy thinking to laser focus. You go from "I can't" to "I will, I'll." Energy doesn't just change your body, it changes your mind, your spirit, your confidence, your future. Picture this: you're 60, 70, 80 years old, and instead of slowing down, you're speeding up. Instead of sitting in a chair watching life pass by, you're running with your grandkids, you're traveling the world, you're building new dreams. That's not a fantasy. That's the result of a lifetime of energy deposits. That's what happens when you fuel your body with the right foods, when you respect it, when you treat it like the most valuable asset you'll ever own. Because you can't buy a new body. You can't trade it in when it breaks down. You've got one, and what you feed it determines how far and how strong it will carry you. People tell me, "Tony, I don't have time to eat healthy." Let me tell you the truth. You don't have time now too. You think you're saving time by grabbing fast food, by cutting corners, by eating whatever's convenient. But what you're really doing is trading years of your life, trading energy you could be using to build your dreams for a moment of convenience. That is the most expensive deal you'll ever make. Energy is wealth. Energy is freedom. Energy is your ability to show up fully for the people you love and the life you're here to live. So you got to decide it right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel like it, right now. What are you going to fuel your body with? Are you going to eat like someone who's preparing for a life of strength, of vitality, of longevity? Or are you going to eat like someone who's preparing for weakness, disease, and regret? Because make no mistake, that's what's at stake here. This isn't about a diet. This isn't about a trend. This is about your life force. This is about whether you will crawl through life or whether you will soar. Energy is the currency of life, and the right foods are the deposits that make you rich beyond measure. When you choose wisely, you don't just add years. You add fire, passion, love, strength, clarity, and joy. And when you have energy, you can create anything. You can build your dreams. You can inspire others. You can live not just to 100, but to 100 with power, with purpose, with unstoppable force. So take ownership of your energy. Take ownership of your life. Eat like it matters, because it does. And when you do, you will discover a life you never thought possible. A life where every day feels like a gift, where your body's a powerhouse, and where your destiny is wide open. That's the promise of energy. That's the promise of choosing life. Everybody wants to live longer, but let me tell you something: living longer means nothing if you don't live better. Who cares about hitting 90, 95, 100 if the last 20 years are spent sitting in a chair, dependent on pills, waiting for someone else to take care of you? That's not life. That's survival. And survival is not enough. What you want, what you deserve, what you were designed for is to thrive, to live with quality, with passion, with strength, all the way to the end. Longevity without quality is like having a car with 300,000 miles, but the engine is blown. You can't drive it. You can't enjoy it. It just sits there. What's the point of time if the time is empty? So here's the shift: stop thinking only about adding years. Start thinking about adding life to your years. When you eat the right foods, when you fuel your body with the daily habits that science proves keep you strong, you are not just stretching out your timeline, you are enriching it. You are making sure that every moment counts, that every day has vibrancy, that every decade has vitality. Because the real gift is not more years. The real gift is more energy, more freedom, more ability to do what you love with the people you love. Think about it. What does it mean to live to 100? Does it mean dragging yourself across the finish line, worn out, depleted, broken? Or does it mean sprinting across with your arms raised, celebrating every moment? That choice is made right now. It's made in the way you eat, the way you move, the way you treat your body. It's made in whether you listen to the science that shows your body can regenerate, adapt, and thrive, or whether you ignore it and settle for mediocrity. I want you to imagine being in your 80s, your 90s, and people looking at you in disbelief. They ask, how do you have this energy? How do you look this strong? How do you keep this passion? And you smile because you know the truth. You built it one choice at a time. You invested in yourself, and that investment is paying dividends. That's quality. That's longevity worth fighting for. Most people don't think about this until it's too late. They sacrifice quality for convenience. They trade health for comfort. They say, I'll start eating better later. I'll take care of myself when I have time. But later never comes. And then one day they wake up and their body doesn't respond anymore. Their energy is gone. Their independence is stolen. Don't let that be your story. Don't let the clock steal your life while you sit back and watch. Decide today that you're going to live not just long, but strong. This is where mindset comes in. Because you can't just aim for survival. You have to demand a higher standard for your life. You have to say, I don't just want years, I want power. I don't just want time, I want quality. And then back that up with action. Eat the foods that heal you. Move your body daily. Protect your sleep. Manage your emotions. Because all of these are not luxuries. They're necessities if you want to live at your peak. Longevity is about compounding. Every day you eat clean. Every day you fuel your body with nutrient-dense foods. Every day you make the choice to invest in your health. It builds. It stacks. It creates a future version of you that is unstoppable. You may not feel it immediately, but 20, 30, 40 years from now, you'll thank yourself. You'll look back and realize that every bite, every decision was building a legacy of strength. And let me tell you, the people around you will feel it too. Because when you're healthy, when you're vibrant, you don't just extend your life, you extend your love. You get to show up fully for your children, your grandchildren, your friends, your community. You become a source of inspiration. You become living proof that aging doesn't mean decline. It means refinement. It means mastery. It means wisdom paired with strength. That is real longevity. So don't just aim to live to 100. Aim to live to 100 with fire. Aim to be the person who defies the stereotypes of age, who proves that vitality has no expiration date. Decide right now that you are going to live with quality, not just quantity. Because time is a gift, but quality time is a treasure. And it's yours to claim if you choose it, if you fight for it, if you feed it every single day. The secret is simple, but powerful longevity without quality is nothing. But longevity with strength, with passion, with energy, that is everything. That is the life worth living. That is the legacy worth leaving. And that is the standard you must demand of yourself starting now. Every single time you put something into your mouth, you're making a choice. That choice is simple, but it carries massive consequences. You're either putting medicine into your body or you're putting poison. There is no neutral. There is no, doesn't matter. Every bite, every sip, every snack is either moving you toward life or pulling you toward death. And most people live like they're blind to this truth. They eat without thinking. They stuff their bodies with whatever is convenient, whatever is marketed to them, whatever gives them that 5-second hit of pleasure. And then they wonder why their energy is gone, why their body is breaking down, why they're aging faster than they should. It's not a mystery. It's poison disguised as food. And here's the truth. You already know it. Deep down, you know that fried food, processed sugar, soda, fast food, artificial garbage is not fuel. It's poison. You know it doesn't belong in a body designed for strength, for vitality, for longevity. But you've been conditioned, programmed, manipulated into believing that it's normal, that it's harmless, that it's okay every once in a while. Let me tell you, son, it's not okay. Because poison taken in small doses is still poison. You don't drink a little poison and expect to live strong. You don't feed your cells garbage and expect them to fight for you. You've got to face reality. Your body is a miracle machine, and what you feed it determines whether it thrives or collapses. Now let's flip it. Food is medicine, and not in some abstract feel-good way. This is Nobel Prize level science. The right foods literally switch on healing mechanisms in your cells. They reduce inflammation, they repair DNA, they fight disease at the root. They don't just mask symptoms like a pill does. They go to war for you at the cellular level. When you eat nutrient-dense foods, greens, berries, nuts, seeds, vegetables, whole grains, clean proteins, you are literally handing your body the ammunition to protect you, to rebuild you, to extend your life. Imagine your immune system as an army. Poison weakens the soldiers, leaves them blind, confused, unarmed. Medicine, real food, sharpens them, trains them, arms them to fight, to win, to protect you. That's the power you hold in your hands every single day. But here's the problem. Most people don't think of food like that. They think of it as entertainment. They think of it as comfort. They think of it as culture. They say, but this reminds me of home, or this makes me feel good. Let me be real with you. Food is not supposed to be entertainment. It's fuel. And yes, it can taste amazing, it can bring people together, it can create joy, but its primary role is to give life. And if what you're eating is stealing life instead of giving it, you need to wake up and make a change. Because every single day you are either building your health or destroying it. I want you to think of it like this. Imagine you have two plates in front of you. On one plate is disease, weakness, fatigue, regret. On the other plate is vitality, strength, clarity, longevity. And every bite you take is choosing one of those plates. It's that black and white. It's that powerful. You don't have to wait until you're sick to understand this. You don't have to wait until the doctor gives you bad news. You don't have to wait until you lose your energy or your mobility. You can decide right now to eat like food is medicine, to eat like your life depends on it, because it does. And don't tell me it's too expensive. Don't tell me it's too hard. Don't tell me you don't have time. That's just a story. The truth is, you cannot afford to ignore this. You cannot afford to waste your one body, your one chance at this life, on food that's killing you slowly. You must value your health enough to invest in it, to prioritize it, to make it non-negotiable. Because if you lose your health, nothing else matters. Your money, your success, your relationships, they all crumble when your body crumbles. So the next time you sit down to eat, I want you to ask yourself one powerful question. Is this medicine or is this poison? And if the answer is poison, don't put it in your body. Respect yourself enough to walk away. Choose life, choose strength. Choose the food that heals, that energizes, that protects you. Because when you make that choice consistently, you don't just change your health, you change your destiny. Food is not just food. It's your most powerful weapon. It can either kill you slowly or it can make you unstoppable. Choose medicine, not poison. Choose life, not death. Choose to live to 100 with energy, passion, and power. And make that choice today, not tomorrow, not someday, today, because your future self is counting on you. Your body is a miracle of design. Every cell inside you is alive, fighting for you, working nonstop to keep you strong, clear, and powerful. But here's the truth most people ignore. Your cells can only do their job if you give them the right fuel. You are not just eating for taste. You are eating to rebuild. Every bite is raw material your cells use to repair, to regenerate, to fight disease, to give you energy. When you eat junk, your cells are forced to build with garbage. And what happens when you build a house with weak, broken bricks? It crumbles. But when you eat the foods proven by science to fuel regeneration, greens, antioxidants, omega, rich foods, plant power, you're handing your body indestructible building blocks. You're giving it the power to rebuild from the inside out. Think about this. Your skin renews itself, your gut renews itself, even your blood renews itself. Your body is constantly rebuilding, whether you realize it or not. The only question is, what are you rebuilding with? Poison or power? Weakness or strength? You are literally creating the future version of yourself right now with the food you eat today. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to wait decades to feel it. When you feed your cells properly, you feel it in days. Energy spikes, clarity sharpens, your mood lifts. That's not luck. That's biology responding instantly to being fueled correctly. This is why the Nobel science matters. It proves your body is not fixed. It is fluid, adaptable, ready to thrive if you give it what it needs. So stop feeding weakness and start feeding power. Eat to rebuild, eat to thrive, eat to become unstoppable. Consistency is destiny. You don't get to 100 years strong by doing something once in a while. You get there by what you do every single day. Success in health, just like success in business or relationships, is not built by intensity alone. It's built by consistency. Anyone can eat healthy for a week. Anyone can get fired up for a few days. But the ones who transform their lives are the ones who show up every day, no matter what, because repetition creates momentum and momentum creates mastery. When you eat the right foods every day, you're training your body to adapt, to heal, to thrive. Your cells don't just respond to what you do occasionally. They respond to what you do consistently. That daily apple, that daily handful of greens, that daily decision to fuel with life instead of poison, that's not small, that's destiny in motion. It's the compound effect. One healthy choice may not feel like much in the moment, but string together 10,000 of those choices, and you've built a fortress of health, energy, and longevity that nothing can shake. Most people fail because they chase quick fixes. They want instant results. They want to eat clean for a week and look like a superhero. That's not how life works. The people who win are the people who commit to the process, who make health their lifestyle, who say, this is who I am, not just what I'm trying. And when that level of commitment locks in, results become inevitable. Consistency is the difference between wishing for a long, powerful life and creating one. If you want to live to 100 with passion, strength, and energy, don't just start, keep going. Keep stacking the wins every meal, every day. Because consistency isn't just a habit, it's your destiny. Discipline creates freedom. Most people hear the word discipline and think of restriction, of sacrifice, of saying no. But the truth is the opposite. Discipline is not a prison, it's the ultimate liberation. When you develop the discipline to eat the right foods, to take care of your body, to respect your health, you're not limiting yourself, you're setting yourself free. Free from sickness, free from fatigue, free from the slow decline that steals years and joy from most people's lives. Think about it, the person who eats whatever they want, whenever they want, isn't free. They're trapped. Trapped by cravings, trapped by low energy, trapped by doctors and medications later in life. But the person who exercises discipline today, who says, I choose health over convenience, I choose fuel over poison, that person is creating freedom for tomorrow, freedom to move, freedom to run, freedom to play with their kids and grandkids, freedom to travel, to live fully, to chase dreams all the way into their 90s. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, your future collapses under the weight of excuses. With it, you create a foundation so strong nothing can shake it. Every time you choose discipline, you're building muscles, not just in your body, but in your mind, in your character, in your destiny. So stop seeing discipline as punishment. See it as the highest form of self-love. See it as the key that unlocks a long, vibrant, unstoppable life. Discipline creates freedom, and freedom is what allows you to live to 100, not just existing, but thriving. That freedom is worth every choice, every sacrifice, every discipline moment. Living to 100 means nothing if you don't have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. Purpose, passion, and power. That's what makes longevity worth it. Because let's be real, you don't just want to breathe for a century. You want to live on fire for a century. You want to wake up every day with something that excites you, that challenges you, that makes you grow. That is what gives life meaning. When you fuel your body right, when you commit to health and energy, you unlock the ability to chase your purpose for decades. Passion doesn't fade because of age. It fades when you let your body collapse, when you stop dreaming, when you stop pushing. But if you eat right, move right, and think right, you'll have the fuel to carry your mission until your very last breath. Power is not just about strength in your muscles. It's about strength in your spirit. It's about showing up with influence, with leadership, with love. Imagine hitting 90 years old and still being the person in the room with the most energy, the most fire, the most vision. That's not luck, that's design. That's the result of aligning your lifestyle with your destiny. So don't just live to 100. Live to 100 with purpose burning in your soul, passion lighting your path, and power radiating from you so strong it inspires everyone around you. That's the legacy you want. That's the life that makes every extra year a gift, not a burden. You don't just want longevity, you want meaningful longevity, and the time to claim it is now. Live long, live strong, and most of all, live with purpose, passion, and power.